After not a very good run in Texas, we are, after finishing last by quite a lot and purposefully spinning on the line, we're gonna have to try redeem ourselves here at Suzuka. Going on to our qualifying lap, this is going to be our last lap using the battery until 65%. Not going to try get the slipstream because don't want to go over any bumps that might be over there. But we're going to be level on Delta going into turn 1. Even with a little moment in the middle of the corner, we have gained 2/10 through there, keeping the car right on the curbs in 5th gear, down into 4th for that little bit extra kind of like stability. And we're going to be up 4/10 going into the next sector of the lap. We've done our fastest first sector so far, and we've got to try keep it within track limits, as there is a car that's just retired on the left. Going into the hairpin, moving the brake bias up 1, we go a little bit deep, but we still get a very good exit, and that's going to be us up to 6, just over 6/10 up on our previous best lap. Going into spoon curve now, we're going to try send it as much as we can. We go have a little bit of understeer and don't quite use all the track limits, but we do not lose any time on our previous best lap, and we are up 6.5 going into 130R and then into the final final chicane. Braking at the 100-meter board, we missed the apex very slightly. But we do not lose any time. In fact, we gained very little bit, and coming across the line now for a 6/10 improvement, which is going to be a 127.1, which is good enough for 4th on the grid. So we're going to be starting on the mediums, going onto the hards, as there is a bit of rain expected at the end of this race. So we're going to try get a little bit of an undercut potentially, but it's going to be lights out and away we go. And we're going to have a good start compared to Jay, and we try to go down the inside. We've got the much better tyres, so we can just get on the throttle much quicker, and we're back up into 3rd place here on the opening lap. Going on to lap 2, then the Red Bull had a little bit of a moment and rejoins the track very slowly, and we're going to go down the inside, nearly push to the grass, but on our much better medium tyres, we do get in front. And after at the start of lap 9, the hards are doing much better than my mediums, and we're gonna let Red Bull pass as there is rain expected. So as you can see, there's rain in 10 to 15 minutes, so we're gonna pit on this lap and try get a good undercut on the cars in front, and then hopefully stay in front and be on the intermediates at the end. And yeah, we come out in P8, which is not too bad. We've got our teammate up in front with a 3-second gap, which we close very quickly. The teammate does let us pass, which is nice. So we are going to be up into 7th here, and soon to be 6th, as we've got the battery and the tyres compared to the Alpine in front. We've got DRS as well, so we're going to sail past into turn 1, which is a nice easy place for us. But here the Aston Martin pits from his mediums, and we're going to come out just in front of him. There he is on the right. We come out just in front of him, so we have gained the undercut about 3 seconds, and yeah, he's going to get past us on to lap 16, so we're going to just try stay with him as much as we can, but that's not going to be very long. But here the Red Bull has had a bad exit out of the hairpin. We go down the inside, no idea where to brake. We go very slow, very slightly over track limits, and yeah, get a penalty, but not the end of the world as it starts raining, which is what our plan was. So as soon as it's going to start raining enough, we're going to try pit onto the intermediates. But it's weird because it's very slippery, but the intermediate people aren't exactly gaining loads and loads. So after asking about the weather, he kept saying dries were faster, then wets, and then dries again. But it was very odd. But we are gonna go a bit wide and then start drifting slightly intentionally. Oh wait, no, on that. But yeah, we go into this corner. It's very slippery, so we're going very slowly. We get lost about 2 seconds, and we're gonna accidentally, kind of on purpose, drift into the pit lane to go onto the intermediates, hoping that it starts to rain a little bit more than it is at the moment. Coming out on the track, the intermediates felt a lot better than the hards, which is what you want. But we're not gaining too much on the hard runners. But look at the gap to the car in front, it's 9.3 seconds, and that on lap 27 it is 6.7, so we gained a lot through the wet running, but it's not going to be enough, so we're going to go across the line for P5, which is much better than 12th and last week, but still room for improvement. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and see you next time.